Ritz-Carlton, legendary service, legendary employees, and a legendary company. The Ritz-Carlton's history is as rich as its culture, and I'd like to discuss both of those topics with you today, how the Ritz-Carlton started and where it is now, as well as the company's core values and philosophies, such as its vision, the key success factors, the service values, the motto, the credo, and the employee promise. The Ritz-Carlton's history dates back to the late 1800s, as it all started with Caesar Ritz. Caesar Ritz worked at the Savoy Hotel in London, and at the same time he managed the Carlton Hotel across the street. It was at the Carlton Hotel where Caesar Ritz teamed up with Auguste Escoffier, the renowned French chef. Auguste and Caesar went on to open the Paris Ritz in 1898. Caesar Ritz had an impeccable attention to detail and was known for his commitment, ambition, and dedication to his work. He became known as the king of hoteliers and the hotelier to kings. The Ritz name quickly became synonymous with opulence, service, and fine dining, and that is where the term Ritzy and putting on the Ritz came from. The first Ritz-Carlton in North America opened in 1927 in Boston. The Ritz-Carlton Boston revolutionized hospitality in North America with the following innovations. It offered private baths and guest rooms, formal white tie uniforms for the wait staff, black tie for the maitre d', and suits for all the other staff members. There were extensive fresh flowers throughout public areas of the hotel, and there was an intimate, smaller lobby for a more personalized guest experience. The Ritz-Carlton Boston opened during the Great Depression, and to portray an aura of success, the lights were kept on in vacant hotel rooms in the evenings. One of the iconic symbols to the Ritz-Carlton are the blue goblets in all the dining rooms, as depicted on the bottom right of the screen here. Blue glass happened to be a status symbol in 1920s Boston, and the window glass that was imported from Europe underwent a chemical reaction when hitting the Boston air, and the glass turned blue. Blue glass windows meant homeowners could afford imported glass, so the Ritz-Carlton, being as stylish as it was, ordered goblets in the same color. In 1983, the hotel and the rights to its name were sold to William B. Johnson. You may have heard his name, as it is the man who created the Waffle House franchise. William B. Johnson also created the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, and in 1995, Marriott International purchased a minority share of the company. It went on to purchase the majority share of the company in 1998. However, the Ritz-Carlton is operated as a separate and distinct management company in partnership with Marriott International. Today, the Marriott family has grown extensively. You can see some of the brand names pictured here, from economy hotels like Spring Hill Suites, to luxury hotels like the Ritz-Carlton, to timeshares like Marriott Vacation Club International and the Ritz-Carlton Club. Marriott International now has over 130,000 employees, and it has 3,400 properties in 68 countries. The Ritz-Carlton has over 38,000 employees with 74 properties in 30 countries. Their turnover rate is 29% versus the industry-wide turnover rate of 105%, and this can be contributed to its culture. We'll start with the Ritz-Carlton vision. It is to be the premier worldwide provider of luxury experiences, and I think that's an interesting statement. The hotel does not want to be known for its dining necessarily or for its luxurious rooms. It wants to be known for the experience it provides its guests. The Ritz-Carlton also has 5 key success factors that encompass the company's main goals: the Ritz-Carlton Mystique, employee engagement, guest engagement, product and service excellence, and financial performance, and I'll go into a little more detail on some of those. The Ritz-Carlton motto is, "We are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen." Horst Schulze, the former president of the company, created this motto when he was only 15 years old. In an article, Horst describes the motto, how it was created. He says, "By the time I started working in the restaurants, I knew the guests were very important. But a few months later, I realized that the maitre d' I watched every day was just as important, because every guest was proud when he talked to them. Why? Because he was a first-class professional. He was somebody special because of the excellence he created for the guests. So when I went to hotel school about a year and a half later, the teacher asked me to write a story describing what I felt about the business. And I wrote about the maitre d' at my hotel. I titled it, Ladies and Gentlemen Serving Ladies and Gentlemen. I wrote we could be excellent like he was. Absolute excellence. When you walked into a room, you knew he was there. In any moment, all of us who serve can be ladies and gentlemen, just like the guests. I think it's a powerful thing that shouldn't be missed by the wonderful people in the industry. They should understand that. And the motto is important to employees in the company like myself because it means that while we are serving ladies and gentlemen, we are not subservient to them, and we deserve to be treated with the same respect and dignity that we treat them with. Another great part of our company is the 12 service values. These are at the core of who we are as a company. In fact, if you walk into any Ritz-Carlton hotel and ask any employees one of these service values, they'll have it memorized. You may have heard of the AAA 5-Diamond Award that many luxury hotels strive to achieve. Well, the Ritz-Carlton created what's known as the 6th Diamond, and it's our service values. These can be broken down into 3 categories: the mystique, emotional engagement, and functional. I'd like to start off by explaining the functional service values, 10 through 12. 12. I am responsible for uncompromising levels of cleanliness and creating a safe and accident-free work environment. 11. I protect the privacy and security of our guests, my fellow employees, and the company's confidential information and assets. And 10. I am proud of my professional appearance, language, and behavior. These are the most basic things we have to master in order to accomplish the higher service values. In order to be a company known for its legendary service, we must achieve these first. And when going through training, we learn about these 3 service values before the others. Next, we move on to the emotional engagement service values. This is the category in which most of our service values are in, and this is all about engaging our guests and the employees. 9. I am involved in the planning of the work that affects me. The company wants its ladies and gentlemen to be involved, to come up with ideas, and to promote change in areas that will affect each employee. 8. I have the opportunity to continuously learn and grow. The Ritz-Carlton spends an average of $5,000 on every new employee, and it promotes continual learning. They encourage employees to shadow in other departments to learn more, and there are also online learning programs employees can take advantage of, and the company also offers tuition assistance for students. Number 7, I create a work environment of teamwork and lateral service so that the needs of our guests and each other are met. Without a work environment of teamwork and lateral service, the Ritz-Carlton would not be known for its legendary service like it is now. It's absolutely critical to the vitality of the company that we have an environment of teamwork and lateral service. Number 6, I own and immediately resolve guest problems. When there are problems at the hotel, the employees are encouraged to take responsibility for the error and immediately resolve it. We use the acronym LAST, or LAST. First, we listen to the guest. Then we ask questions about the issue. We solve and engage the guest, and then thank them for their business. Number 5, I continuously seek opportunities to innovate and improve the Ritz-Carlton experience. This goes back to service value number 9 and being involved in the planning of the work that affects us, but also constantly looking for ways that we can improve our processes and the experience our guests will receive. Number 4, I understand my role in achieving the key success factors in creating the Ritz-Carlton mystique. This service value is important because the company wants each employee to know and understand how they contribute to the overall success of the company. And finally, we'll look at the mystique portion of the service values. The mystique is what sets the company apart from other luxury hotels. It's the something extra. I'll give you an example. A guest goes to the Ritz-Carlton Berlin and has breakfast at the restaurant and orders a special blend of coffee. 3 months later, the same guest goes to the Ritz-Carlton South Beach and orders in-room dining for breakfast. Without being asked, he's given the same special blend of coffee that he had 3 months ago in Berlin. The mystique is what makes us special, and it's what keeps guests coming back to us. So number 3 is I am empowered to create unique, memorable, and personal experiences for our guests. All Ritz-Carlton employees are empowered and encouraged to create memorable experiences for our guests. In fact, employees are able to spend, without management approval, up to $2,000 per guest to make their stay special. Number 2, I am always responsive to the expressed and unexpressed wishes and needs of our guests. The ladies and gentlemen of the Ritz-Carlton achieve this by keeping their radar on, antenna up, as we like to say. This means listening to what guests say and listening just as much to what they don't say. For example, if a businesswoman checks into the hotel and mentions a busy day of traveling, she may be offered a glass of wine to relax, or a massage, or a bubble bath to unwind. Number 1, I build strong relationships and create Ritz-Carlton guests for life. At the Ritz-Carlton, we want to build strong relationships with our guests and create a world where they could not imagine staying anywhere but the Ritz-Carlton. Next, we'll look at the credo. The credo states, the Ritz-Carlton is a place where the genuine care and comfort of our guests is our highest mission. We pledge to provide the finest personal service and facilities to our guests who will always enjoy a warm, relaxed, yet refined ambiance. The Ritz-Carlton experience enlivens the senses, instills well-being, and fulfills even the unexpressed wishes and needs of our guests. You can see how the service values tie into the credo. The finest personal service and facilities relates to the functional part of the service values. The genuine care and comfort references the emotional engagement and the service values. And finally, fulfilling even the unexpressed wishes and needs relates directly to the Ritz-Carlton mystique and creating Ritz-Carlton guests for life. One of the things I really love about working for the Ritz-Carlton is its employee promise. It's the company's promise to its employees. It states, at the Ritz-Carlton, our ladies and gentlemen are our most important resource in our service commitment to our members. By applying the principles of trust, honesty, respect, integrity, and commitment, we nurture and maximize talent to the benefit of the individual and the company. The Ritz-Carlton fosters a work environment where diversity is valued, quality of life is enhanced, individual aspirations are fulfilled, and the Ritz-Carlton mystique is strengthened. I really think it says a lot about a company to have a promise to its employees, and this just goes to prove why the company is known for its employees who are in the top 5% in their industry. I really hope that you've enjoyed learning about the history and culture of the Ritz-Carlton as much as I've enjoyed bragging about it. And for more information, please feel free to visit the websites below, the Ritz-Carlton website, the Marriott website, and the Ritz-Carlton Club. Thank you.